Session 1, and our goal here is to take what is normally our 40-day program to condense it, get you started as quickly as possible. We are a multi-time frame algorithmic day trading platform. We have two primary filters. We are looking for structures plus RTOFA events. Okay, so if you get lost on something, hop in with us on a Mentorship Monday. Come bring your questions. On a Friday is where we cover most of the advanced level questions. Let me play this quick video here for you.
Our daily live streams start with Mentorship Mondays, where we bring you algorithmic trading, interactive mentoring, and your questions are answered live. Get hands-on learning with these quant trading tools engineered to give you an unfair edge over other traders who don't have AlgoBox on their trade stations. Discover the power of predictive auto harmonics. Utilize trading robots to quantify and react even in fast market conditions. Learn all our quant trading strategies such as the DCDM, HMD, and the dynamic game-changing OrderFlow system, the Alpha Omega. Empower your trading with Flowmaster's advanced real-time audio and visual order flow analysis features. Detect the market mover's trading activity and take action with cutting-edge tools like AudioBox for live digital pit noise that audibly reveals the size and speed of the big players on the tape in real time. Use the Delta Flagging Pro to ready up your next precision entry and the Supreme Flowmaster Enigma for unrivaled, actionable trade opportunities. Got questions? Get them answered live. Whether you're new to AlgoBox or an advanced trader, you'll gain valuable, unique takeaways in every live trading stream session. Dive into structured quant trading. Access our free trade room and free community tools. Test your knowledge in the AlgoBox Academy with tests and quizzes. Add the AlgoBox Edge to your trading arsenal and harness the power of our algorithmic strategies. Your success is our mission. Subscribe now and make every Monday a game changer with Mentorship Monday. See you on the stream. Download your 2-week free trial and use our community tools at algoboxpro.com.
And I do recommend, if you wanted to kind of like binge watch a series of live streams, probably go check out the playlist there for Mentorship Mondays. Click the download button and you can go get your 2-week free trial. So if you haven't done that, as we're going through the boot camp, make sure you get this installed. I'm going to walk through the installer here in just a moment. So maybe go pick it up here real quick. Get it installed, in that way you can follow along with the tool sets. Here's our cool daily tracker. This is free to use. There's no strings attached to this. You can go and download this right now. This is really neat. Over here on the left, you just fill in the Excel spreadsheet each day with your P&Ls, and then it will kind of give you this neat little GUI tracker over here on the right, kind of show you some neat little stats there if you like that. It's more of a visual enhancement. Sometimes just tracking something can make you better at it. I saw one of our members, Gardy, actually just mentioned the other day, he's talking about his push-up challenge, and he said even if you just track something, you become better at it. We believe the same. There's that cool daily tracker there. All free tools there available for you just for being a part of our community, regardless of whether you end up purchasing and joining with the AlgoBox officially or not. These community tools are yours up there in the software free community tools section. If you want to download the full AlgoBox, there's the link right there. Fill that out. This is what you should be doing here if you are getting in with our 2-week free trial. And at the top of the website, if you click on Docs, D-O-C-S, and this will take you to our documentation area. We will be providing a link for you to get to this AlgoBox GPT, but it does exactly what you think it might do. It's completely trained on all of our documentation, all of the transcripts that I have done in our trainings and teaching videos. How do I know if a DCDM is a reversal, or a DCR, or a continuation? That might be a good one. When do I remove the gold line? You might have some of those questions. Can I skip the first entry and still play the DCDM? I don't know. Let's click that real quick and let's let AlgoBox GPT come over here and kick out the answers for you. Another tool that you'll have in the arsenal for searching for things in AlgoBox itself. Okay, so getting into the documentation, all this is here. It is organized by category because you're like, well, I don't know what questions to ask. So that's what we're here for. Where are we starting here? Let's go all the way back to the 2-week free trial. Questions that are brought up in lesson 1, I try to answer in lessons 2. Lesson 2, I'm going to get answered in lesson 3. Lesson 3, answered in lesson 4. Lesson 4, lesson 5, etc. Okay, so as we get down to the end, we're always going to be kind of overlapping questions as we go. Our 120-day program. So this is the original OG. This is what we kind of plan for someone who we are going to take you from 0 to hero inside of the AlgoBox trading system. We've got it broken into 40, 40, 40. Now, this plan is not just going away, okay? This is still standard plan. If you love the bootcamp idea and you're, you know, an advanced level trader, or you're one of those people who can pick up on things really fast and you're fine in the bootcamp and you're ready to go. If not, that's okay. The original plan is still to take 40 days to go through full training, deep dive, repetition, seeing things in depth, understanding how and where and all of that. Now we're going to go over that here in our boot camp, but it is not going to be as in-depth, obviously, as the stuff that has been there for forever. The original creations of things, all of that, where it came. You want to see how the sausage is made. This is in the main program of the 120-day program. 40, 40, 40 broken down here. I'm not going to go into every detail on this, but go check this out in the 120-day section if you are new with us. Here's generally the guideline of how things are broken down inside of the 40, 40, 40 and what the sections are that are broken up there. This is a quick video walking you through that, and then we have a little bit of a longer video going down here for each of the sections on those days. And so this boot camp, while there are going to be 4 days afterwards that I want you to come and spend with me in the live sessions, Monday through Thursday, because it will be 4 days. Fridays are a little bit of wash. You guys will hear my rules on Friday, early in, early out. We're just tapping away, pop, and then go. Sometimes I'm just turning on full auto, letting it run for a few hours, and I'm out for the day. But we have that early in, early out rule that you guys will learn. We talk about on Fridays. We talked a little bit about what AlgoBox is, and there's some summaries there around some of the stuff there. 2-week free trial, we covered that. AlgoBars. So let's talk about AlgoBars. Why AlgoBars? We have 2 different bar types that we use here. We do not use time-based bars. So you might be confused, like, what are these bars? These are weird. These are interesting. Hopefully you think they're interesting. I have a whole video on why time charts are useless. AlgoBars are showing you things that are going on inside of those minute and second bars. There are patterns inside of patterns. And when you look at fractals of markets, you want to see things divided into segments, and the AlgoBars unlock that. And they give some advantages because there are actually 2 bar types inside of AlgoBars. There is a normal bar, and then there is a shift bar, what I call a shift bar or an engulfing bar, to make a change with a tail on it. This creates the beautiful structures that you see for us to be able to see things that others cannot see. We also use range bars is the other advantage that we have. Range bars are always going to be the same from top to bottom, always the same size. So let's talk about like a 10 range bar would be 10 ticks top to bottom, no matter what. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean the color, but from top to bottom, this is going to be 10 ticks. Okay, now ticks. Let's actually talk about what is a tick. Tick values. I'm going to hit these briefly. Now, our system does work on stocks, futures, Forex, crypto. Our system works on anything with a data feed that provides order flow. Let's do the nerd first. NQ, RTY, and the Dow. $5. Just take a screenshot of this, come back to it, look at it later. Don't get lost on it. Most of the stuff that we're doing right here, this is mostly we're playing $5 per tick markets. Gold and crude are going to be $10 per tick. And ES is the big dog at $12.50 per tick. Range bars, 10 ticks from the top to the bottom of the bar. So on one of these, you can measure out exactly how much the value is. So if it's a NASDAQ and it's 10, so it's 5 times 10, 1 bar is worth $50. And let's say you enter here and you're looking long, you buy it here and then you sell it up here. The distance between here and here, let's say that it was 5 ticks. So if you entered here and you closed here to here, and you made 5 ticks, it would be 5 times 5 is 25 for one contract. So you make $25, basically predicting that the market would, if you entered in right here and you closed it right here, you're a winner. Your take home is $25 because of this whole concept of $5 a tick on the NASDAQ, right? That same thing if you were trading crude oil and it went 5 ticks, right? Times 5, you would have made $50. Okay, so we have AlgoBars, we have range bars. Don't get lost on that. We'll talk about how to adjust those as we get into the optimization section. AudioBox, we touched on that briefly. This is like a tick strike product that allows you to hear the size and speed of the orders on the tape. This is like sitting in the pit and hearing all the pit noise. Again, inside of our strategies, we're combining 2 things, and we kind of call these the 2 pillars of AlgoBox for any of our trades. First thing is trade nothing alone. So trade nothing alone. And our 2 pillars. All right, structure, things like channels, wedges, and mostly in our case, we're all about the harmonics, the complex structures that are hard for most traders to draw by hand. If you've ever tried to draw harmonics by hand, good luck. Now, when we get one of these structures and we combine it with RTUFA, this is commonly referred to as order flow. So I get one of these, I get a structure plus an R2FA event. I'm like, sweet. And this quantifies as a strategy entry. A strategy entry must contain these 2 pillar elements. let me give you a brief look at what those might be. In our system, you'll get one of these cheat sheets, and you might break them up into two like I've done here. Some of these things on the cheat sheet, as you start to learn them, are not necessarily entries. You will find things that are specifically entries. Even the ReadyDD that's up there at the top. A ReadyDD by itself is not an entry, but when we combine them in a group of threes, for instance, that might be an area where I'm looking for a trap and then into a Titanic zone. But don't get lost on any of that. Just know that when you see me doing these on live streams, everything is in combinations. Well, we take the most powerful studies and then also our own proprietary studies and combine them together. Hopefully everybody has heard of the Enigma. So the Enigma is a combination, RTOFA and structure, and just a lot of really cool components, really cool things inside of the Z-axis that are combined. We don't talk about everything. That's why we call the Enigma it's enigmatic. We're not going into all the components, but just know that the Enigma is one of those few things that can be used alone, but I still think that you should use them in combination with a couple of other things. You're going to learn about our directional bias filters and our simple strategy, what we call our two-step entry strategy, where we're looking for the direction filter, bias 1, 2, our MACV arrow filter. And when those two match, so if they're both red, looking for a short. If they're both green, I'm looking for a long. And then what kind of long am I looking for? One of these off the cheat sheet. Full stop. Pause right there. I just taught you everything you need to know about AlgoBox right there. That's it. I told you it wasn't that hard. Two things. And remember, each of those cheat sheet entries there is a combination of a structure and an order flow event. And I'm going to draw them for you on your screen so that you can react to them. And I'm going to teach you where your stops go as well. Stops are three types mostly: dot, box, cross. Dot, box, and cross, and on occasion a triangle, but basically a shape on your screen, and the occasional ReadyDD where you want to put them behind the text, which still forms a type of cross. So I still combine and call that a cross. Don't worry, don't get lost. We're going to go through all these things. I just want to hit on them for if you've seen this in the live streams, this is going to make a lot more sense to you. Mentorship training, we already talked about the 120-day program. The trade room is free. Other places charge you for their trade room. We're a free trade room. Like, oh, where's the catch? Free training videos and daily live streams. Let's go to installation setup. Our system is highly compatible with trader funding programs because of the way that we implement full auto, where you have full control over the button controls if you are using the Enigma Dream Panel pack, for instance. So I'm going to pull up the Dream Panel one more time. So I'm going to type in Dream Panel. This is normally Platinum members only. Trying to get to our cool little visual there. There we go. Yeah, so because of the way that we've implemented this, where you have full control over turning this on and off at any given moment, there is a semi-auto and full auto feature there. The way that our full auto is implemented, you should not have an issue. I have not heard of any of them coming to us and saying we're not compatible with AlgoBox. BOW, you guys will hear me talk about this a lot when you're going into full auto. Backtest, optimize, walk forward, and Monte Carlo simulations, all inside of NinjaTrader, all included. Anyhow, NinjaTrader, I can go on and on about why NinjaTrader is the best. There's a whole thing on it if you go to VinnyEmini.com, there's all the reasons we use NinjaTrader. Go through that list, VinnyEmini.com, scroll to the bottom where it says reasons we use NinjaTrader, and you'll see what I'm talking about there. How to install NinjaTrader. Let's walk it through.
Welcome. In this guide, we'll walk you through the steps to download, install, and set up NinjaTrader 8 on your PC. Let's get started. Log into your NinjaTrader account using your registered username and password. If you don't have an account, create one to proceed. If you have a NinjaTrader license key, go to Settings Plans, import a license key. Enter your key and click Import. Click Download on the left-hand menu, then click the blue Download button to get the latest version of NinjaTrader. Once the download is complete, open the installer and follow the on-screen instructions to install NinjaTrader on your PC. To avoid connectivity issues, go to Virus and Threat Protection, then Firewall and Network Protection, and allow NinjaTrader through your firewall. Now that NinjaTrader is installed, review the connection guide to connect to your broker or market data feed provider. You're now ready to start trading. That's it. You've successfully set up NinjaTrader 8.
All it takes to get NinjaTrader installed. If you have any issues with it, do let us know. We have a full tech support staff. Let's talk about how to do that. Top of book level 1 is all you needed. Yeah, so people who are asking, we haven't got to the data feed part yet, but to answer the question that came through there, you only need top of book. You do not need to pay for level 2 either. So why might you need multi-broker? Multi-broker is if you want to be connected to futures and stocks at the same time. They do have an upgraded thing for that. And I have multi-broker personally so that I can do stocks and futures at the same time, but you can just disconnect and then reconnect to the other. You can do that. You can also run the connection on 2 different machines. So, you know, there's workarounds for multi-broker as well. You don't have to have multi-broker. Now with trader funding programs, you might be running multiple trader funding programs. And if you're using our trade copier and copying across multiples and you got multiple connections, you know, there's all kinds of things around that you may or may not want to do. After you've got NinjaTrader installed, now we need to download the zip file. So we do have an executable, but it's inside a zip file. Now, don't be confused by if you have been around NinjaTrader for a while and you know about their whole like import process. We do not do that. We have a full installer inside. So please unzip the file that you download from us. You're going to download it, unzip it first. Inside, you will find an executable. Talk about if you already have AlgoBox installed, you do need to uninstall old version. Uninstall your current version of AlgoBox. You do not need to uninstall NinjaTrader, but uninstall your current AlgoBox to install a new one. Download the latest. So we are on version 10 something right now as of today's date. Of course, if you're watching this video later on, this could be, you know, later versions. Okay, so first thing, we want to unzip the uninstaller and then we want to run the installer. Okay. There, once you bypass the little blue screen that says, hey, do you trust this executable? Your prompt will look like this. Next, finish, pretty much, except when we get to this screen right here. There are only 3 options here, but in the current one, you've got like 4 options. There is also now the Enigma, Platinum, Dream Pack option. Okay, probably select that one if you are going through a 2-week free trial. Fully unlock everything, play with all the good stuff, all the goodies. You may as well use the bottom option there. So you'll probably want to install the works. You know what I'm saying? So this is really the only selection option through the install. Otherwise, the rest of it is next, finish all the way through. But this one right here, select the radio option at the bottom to unlock all of the features. Okay. Okay. Now, once you launch NinjaTrader, this is an important step. You are going to get a question that says, do you want to authorize this add-on? You'll see AB, it stands for AlgoBox. AB licensing help menu. You want to update your server definitions, make sure you press yes. And sometimes it might say yes to all depending on what we've installed, depending on what pack you've done. Select yes to all right here to allow and authorize AlgoBox as the add-on inside of NinjaTrader. Make sense? All right, step 8, connect your NinjaTrader market data and enjoy AlgoBox default workspace. So when you launch, your screen should look something like this. And you're probably like, oh, that's a lot going on there. Don't worry, that's what we're here for. I'm here to walk you through all things going on inside of your charts. Okay, we got 5 charts. Up here at the top left, we have what we call the tide, the wave. These are kind of in reference to water. Now, right here in the center, we kind of call this our primary filter. This section right here. So this is the final filter before I'm going to execute on one of these 2 charts over here on the right. These 2 charts on the far right are what we call the ripple charts. So in the arena of water, if you're thinking about the tide, that's the biggest, the swelling of the waters. The wave is like out at the beach, a wave that might be coming down. Even though the tide is rising, the wave might be coming down. So sometimes you can get the tide rising and the wave coming down. And if you're surfing the wave, which is what we're kind of doing, we're playing the game, we want to ride that wave, right? So now this one is the question mark. We're like, okay, well, what should I be? This is going to be kind of neutral. Maybe we'll go with an orange here, like question mark. What is it? And as we come out of this side, I'm either going to have a bias. Now we might have a neutral bias because sometimes we do. We're like, okay, we're currently neutral. And then I will allow the next thing. So we can have 3 things come out of this. We can have neutral, long, or short bias coming out of our filter. Okay, so now once I have that bias filter ready to go, I've already decided I want to have this decision already made for me. We have a whole video around, it's called stalking the trade. I want to stalk it to execute on the trade. Whatever this color is, this is my bias direction for that time. My best plays are going to be in the direction of whatever my decision has come out of after we come through this filter, and I'm going to teach you guys how to use this. This becomes down to that simple 2-step thing. What's the nerd? Is it green? Cool, green. What's the arrow? Is it green or red? When they match, I've got a match, and now I know what's coming out of this area. And then I also want to make sure I'm outside of the fiddle zone, which we'll also talk about that. That comes from this area. All of that filtering comes off of this chart right here, right before I make the decision on pressing the buttons on one of these two charts. And I'm going to go into details on how I decide between these two charts right here. So these are our entry charts. So you'll hear me refer to these as the entry charts or the ripple charts. Okay, they're both ripples. They're called the entry ripple charts. There is a big and there is a small. So big, it's exactly what it sounds like, slightly larger time frame. So this one, for example, this is a 6 algo bar. So down here is a 2, and this is adjustable. We do change this depending on, we'll teach you about gear shifting as we go through our training there to know like, hey, is this at good speed? We use our speedometer. We rely on the speedometer to tell us, hey, do we have good speed right now? Is it good speed? Is it great speed? Is it too fast? Is it too slow? And we've got some tips on that, and it will actually show you that in the psychology module to know whether I'm going to enter in on a big or a small. But this really just comes down to which one does it show up on. If it shows up on the big, then I may want to use the big ATM. And so you'll see pre-programmed here coming out of your default, you will have a big ATM or bigger. That one's big, and hopefully this one says small. Oops, bad screenshot here. I blame myself. This should say small, and most of the time that's gonna say small right there. So you'll have big ATM, small ATM, and this just has to do with pre-programmed targets that are there for you. Now, the ATM stands for Automatic Trade Management. Now you'll hear them refer to in NinjaTrader. It says ATM strategy, not to be confused against one of those overused terms. Strategy is like, oh, there's a lot of strategy. There's actual strategy. There's AlgoBox strategy, and now there's this ATM strategy. Man, strategy is just overused. I get it. Follow along with us. We'll put this all together as you get into live streams. Trust me, I'm just hitting into the details here, get into the nitty gritty of all this. Don't get overwhelmed by it. It's natural as you start to get through stuff. Okay, so after you got everything installed, watch the most recent updates and features video on the AlgoBox official YouTube channel to see what's new. Technical support. Let's talk about how you get tech support. Over there on the left-hand side of Discord. It's real simple. This is one of the best tech supports. You might be like, well, I've never used Discord before. Once you have done this, you will wish everything else in your life was this easy. But the simplicity of coming over here, opening a ticket, basically go into Discord, click on open a ticket. It will open up. It's like opening up a little room that's only you and the tech support, and you can put in screenshots and back and forth, and you are live interacting with them. It's not sending an email and waiting for them, but our guys will do white glove service for you, get everything installed and set up for you. And if you're having any issues, get you all caught up there. Tech support is awesome if you have any issues. Or now, what's our new thing? Let's ask AlgoBox GPT. We're going to get you guys a link to this and ask AlgoBox GPT. Please do not DM people. There's just bad things happen in DMs. Bad information gets passed around. Spammers and scammers and people asking for money. All that kind of stuff is just stay out of DMs, okay? Ask it in public. We don't mind. Let's talk about data connectivity real quick. If you are in a trader funding program, I'm not going to go over every trader funding program's install setup. However, I'm going to show you something real quick here. If I type !rhythmic, we've got a lot of commands and things that will help you very quickly, get you going on, especially the most common setups and things. So make sure you turn on allow plugins and launching Rhythmic. Also make sure your connection NinjaTrader that has the plugin mode turned on. Use only one data connection, not two. Make sure you launch RTrader before launching NinjaTrader. This has to do with the whole Rhythmic setup. If you guys have seen this before, we've got some information set up to get that connected. Now, don't be overwhelmed if you are like, I don't know what he's talking about here. Just know this is what you need to know. When you get NinjaTrader and you get AlgoBox installed, but you do need to talk to the platform to get your platform connected to data. And data is coming for the futures market is coming from the CME, which leads me to my next thing, compatibility with PCs. Again, generally, faster the PC, the better. Our system can work down as low as on an i5 machine, as long as, there's some caveats to it. Go into our room and type !performance before you get going. And we cover this stuff in the first series of videos, but I'm going to cover it right here, right now. Type !performance. This is going to kick you out a couple of videos here to tune your PC. I don't care what PC you're on. Make sure you go through all of these. Now, mind you, I know that you have to be on Windows because that's all we're compatible with. You have to have Windows. Now, For the Macintosh people, you guys, if you've got one of those fast machines, I know some people are like, I just bought the highest end Mac. Okay, fine. Run Parallels on it, okay? Run Windows Parallels. It has to have Windows in order to run NinjaTrader in the other stuff. So we do require NinjaTrader. And then maximizing your CPU for speed. Another great video right here. Just do the stuff in both of those videos. But if you have any issues with that, again, we have full tech support and we'll get you videos on any of that kind of stuff. If you're having performance issues, just ask in the chat and somebody will get you a video link. You can also use a reduced workspace as you do your installation and setup. There are multiple workspaces. Let's go through some of those. Let's go to our workspaces here. And so when you do your install, if you click on workspaces in NinjaTrader, you know, if you're having some performance issues, go over there and run the light edition. And yeah, it's as simple as that. Now, the one that I like to use when I'm on my own, not in a live stream, I love this 20 chart layout. The 20 chart, this is 5 charts per instrument, all 4 instruments loaded up on a 4K screen. But if you want to go enjoy what I generally look at here, where I've got all 4 correlated instruments and I see all 5 charts, all 5 time frames for all of them, that's right there. The other neat one is the 4K light right there. That's going to give you the flag layout that we talked about earlier. Oh, that's this one. So the flag layout times 4. So you got 3 times 4 gives you 12 charts versus this one right here where it's like, you know, all 5 of the order of operations levels, you know, so take your pick on that. But yeah, if you are having any performance issues, definitely ask our tech support and we'll get you directed to some resources for how you might want to look at that before you go buying a new machine. Another thing is we kind of have a thing showing you how to create a brand new profile on your PC. Start with a brand new clean profile, use it just for NinjaTrader. So here on your workspaces, what this is showing to not do is don't have 2 workspaces open at the same time. This is generally a performance thing, although you'll probably see sometimes I do have multiples open at the same time. I've got a full auto one running and like maybe my normal one running. If your PC is running fast, like I got a 14900 top end KF, you know, 14900 KF. If you're running fine with multiple workspaces, awesome. But please, in general, if you're struggling, having issues, your PC's not really keeping up, then don't run multiple workspaces at the same time. Sometimes there's one running in the background you don't know about. Just make sure you don't have 2 workspaces open at the same time. That's what that is right there. If you are using our current workspaces, I always recommend that you kind of save your own and don't save it as the same name, because if you do, the next version that we put out there for you will overwrite yours. So don't name it the same thing. So maybe write AlgoBox Standard JP or Plutonium, or maybe put your initials on it if you want to, or name it whatever you want. Like whatever your main workspace is, just do a save as and, you know, save it somewhere. Any customizations that you've done. As each install comes out, I will let you know on each install if there are things that will stop you from using your old workspaces or not, or the prior. I can only guarantee the prior workspace. I can't go if you're like 5 versions behind or something. I can't I can't guarantee that that's going to work for you. But generally, if you are 1 version behind, that's probably not going to be an issue in general. There is a full video here on the compilation video for all AlgoBox workspaces and how and why and when you might use each one of those. Okay, yes, you only need level 1 data. So if you are going to NinjaTrader and they're like, hey, well, which one do I need? Do I get the CME pack? Yes, the base CME pack for data. If you're going to NinjaTrader and asking them what is required from us, what are we trading in general? We need NASDAQ, ES, R2Y, and the Dow, right? If you have those 4 on the nerd, you're fine. If you want to add crude oil and gold, talk to the broker. Again, every one of them works differently on how they package those together, depending on what broker. As long as it's a compatible broker with NinjaTrader. NinjaTrader, of course, bought Tradevate, and there are other compatible brokers along with them, and there's a lot of trader funding programs out there, and each of them has their own way of how they connect data and what they're going to include in their data packs, where they include gold. Some of them don't include gold and crude. Some of them will include the FDAX, the Euro, the Yen. Just work with them how you want to do that. If you're following along with us, again, what I would recommend, what I use is the nerd plus crude oil and gold. If you're getting an error message that your license expired when you just did the install, just go ahead and open up a tech support ticket. You need to practice doing that anyways. Come over, open up a tech support ticket, but it should be working out of the box. Just do the 2-week free trial, install it. It'll work for 2 weeks by default. And then at the end of the 2 weeks, about 3 days before, it'll start warning you saying, hey, you got 3 more days on your trial. Hey, don't forget that 2-week free trial offer. And if you want to get that, we'll be sending you out an email that you can just reply to it and say, deal. If you reply deal, D-E-A-L, to our 2-week free trial offer emails, you're going to be getting those there. Speaking of questions, if you're ever wanting to know, like, hey, you know, how am I doing? Do I really know everything? there are tests and quizzes. Let's go to AlgoBox Academy. Test your knowledge in the AlgoBox Academy. 40 questions, 40 answers, you know, their whole thing with 40. So go down here, make sure you can answer all these. If you have completed all of our training, you should know what this is. Name this strategy setup. Let's test you guys who are here. See how many people have been here a while with us. What's this one called? This is our basic #1 strategy. What's this one called? Type it there in the chat while I grab a sip of water here. What do we have here? The headshot. That's right. Lots of folks, they know. The headshot long. That's right. That is a headshot. Yes, you should be able to answer all these. What's that one? Double dot. What's that one? Maybe a little trickier. What about this one? Second one. Quiz question. What is this one called? Got a fun name. What's that one called? Moonshot. That's right. Can't get nothing past the trade vertex. Okay, so yeah, tests and quizzes. You should be able to answer all these by the end of this session. Now, you're not going to answer all these today. Like, what's that? You're not going to know what that is. Okay, if you are brand new with us, you're like, what's that? You'll learn. We're going to get to those. Let's make sure we cover the rest of our items here. But just so you know, you're like, well, how do I know if I know what I know? We'll have some of those in our courseware as well. So everything that's coming in here into the bootcamp will also be incorporated into a courseware setup that will have tests and quizzes along with it. That is coming. Hardware. Let's bring over some fun stuff here. So I'm going to bring you guys onto my desk. Don't make fun of my dirty desk here. There's my printed sheet. You guys can print one of these out. Go into the tips and tricks section if you want to print out one of these and those Trump coins. I think I got them off of Amazon. But I wanted to show the keyboard. So the keyboard that I recommend, this is the K55 to use. This is the ultimate mouse. Like, don't argue with me about it. Once you put one of these in your hand, you'll understand. Everybody's like, no, my mouse is better. I get it. Everybody's like got this thing with their mouse, but you do not understand. So do I. And I am telling you right now, the greatest mouse in the world, the G300S, if you can still get one, if you can get your hands on one, I would suggest you get one before like Logitech is completely out of them. They have stopped manufacturing them now. I'm going to show you guys how awesome they are. Now, I can show you guys how to get these little stickers on your G keys on the left on the Corsair K55. And yes, I do recommend splitting them out, not doing, well, you're like, well, it's not matching. It's not Logitech and Corsair. Yes, I want separate processing for my keyboard and my mouse. I don't want my refresh rate from my mouse also working off the same refresh rate from my keyboard. No, I don't want them both in Logitech, handling it all in one DLL. Don't get me started. Keep them separated. All right, get your Corsair going. K55, yes, it's wired. Let's talk about why you might want to do some of those and how you can make sure you got the right one. So I'm gonna come over here into our Discord, and there are some commands to kind of see these in case you forget what they are. So if you type in perfect mouse in the room, ! perfect mouse, you'll see this bad boy right here, Logitech G300S. Take you a screenshot, go ahead and find one of these on eBay or wherever those are sold. Pick one up. Now, this is the K55, K57, or the K55. They are both wired options. Now, it does have a wireless option, but it's rechargeable. That's why it's better. So it does have wireless. If you're just obsessed with it, don't do one with batteries. One that has a cable that can connect it to charge it. So this one has both options. The K57 is a wireless option along with it, but it is a wired wireless. So rechargeable internal. Different. If you don't know what I mean, just trust me, bro. Get it. What do we want it for? Mainly, having these keys on the left is a huge game changer with being able to quickly manage positions. Now, you're probably thinking, if you're a one contract trader, this isn't going to mean a lot to you, but just trust me, you should practice these things. Even if you're not a size trader yet, you will be at some point. All right. This is the best keyboard that there is. Use a membrane-based keyboard. You won't go back. I'm not going to say, just trust me, bro. But okay, I'm going to say it. Just trust me, bro. Get it. You won't go back. You'll love it. Yes, the glowy mouse thing. Let me show you something cool, too, about this software for this. Okay, they don't make software like this anymore, folks. This software is so cool. Okay, this is your mouse. Look at the little glowy thing. Just look at it. It's glowing at you. Very cool. Okay, so now I'm going to come down here and look at that. Like, just even the animations. Like, just, I mean, they don't make it like this anymore. All right, let's go back to the homepage. Look at that. Ooh. Ooh. This is amazing. This is an awesome piece of software that they did for this. Here are all my current bindings. The one that's trickiest, see this? I got control and shift and print screen all in one button right there. So if I need to repeat last screenshot, so if you are taking a screenshot, and this one's actually, so I got a screenshot button, and then if I want to repeat that screenshot, so I take a section, I take the screenshot, and now little finger and go click, click, and I can take multiple screenshots along while a trade is progressing, and then I can turn that into a Giphy later, or multiple screenshots of the entry of the chart to the end of the chart. This mouse is awesome. It is also, it's ambidextrous, so you got no excuse not to use it. The buttons that are on the top, these are your most dexterous fingers on top. All these have little parts. I'm not going to go into all hotkeys here tonight. We'll save that for another night, but this is the mouse. If you're not using this, I'm going to give you a hard time. There's that. We talked about the keyboard, talked about the mouse. Financial Juice, other tools you need to have. This is Financial Juice. Everybody's using Financial Juice. This is the go-to. They are awesome. They do a really great job with so that's Financial Juice. Your startup in the mornings that you have that nearby. Another one here is Snagit. Save yourself some time. Just spend the $39 for Snagit. It is awesome. It's got a history buffer on your screenshots. Do not, and I repeat, do not use the default screenshot utilities on Windows. Get a real screenshot utility. Snagit is number one. Number two, if you want the free version that is close to this one, it's called ShareX. The other one that you need in your arsenal. ShareX, screenshot utility. Do not use the defaults. Okay? Just please don't. You need to be able to quickly make quick changes, markup, save, store, retrieve. Pictures are worth thousands of words. Don't let them go by. You need to review your tape, and screenshotting is an important part of what we do. Okay, so over here on the AlgoBox official channel, this is the boring stuff, but the stuff you gotta know. Okay, every one of these, the Richie, the Turtle, the Plover, Alpha Omega continuation, recency is key, the Piercer, we actually went over that one in our live stream earlier today. The Masher, what's the Masher? PRZ cross entries, double dot, the 2-try rule, harmonic PPRZ ladders, hold of the opposing signal. How about the AudioBox? Let's talk about AudioBox here real quick. I know I described it as tick strike, but maybe some people are not aware of it. Let's play this. This is a major, major feature. And we're going to talk about the Flowmaster, AudioBox, large sellers, boom, boom, boom. Buyers, clack, clack, clack. Are you ready? Only 59 seconds. Let's do it. Yep. Okay.
Flowmaster AudioBox generates two distinct sounds, a higher-pitched clack when big buyers enter the market, and a lower-pitched boom for institutional-sized sellers. These sounds make it easy to identify market moves. Add Flowmaster AudioBox to any instrument you trade on NinjaTrader for real-time order flow analysis. Simply turn it on, wait for about 30 seconds for the data to accumulate, and you'll start hearing live market activity. You can customize the buyer and seller sounds using your own .wav files. Also, use the Test Audio button to ensure everything's working properly. Configure your settings for optimal use. You can adjust visuals and button placement to fit your chart preferences, enhance your trading with Flowmaster AudioBox, and make the market come alive with sound. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.
All the lessons there. We're continuing to add to those lessons as we go. That brings me to the syllabus here. This is the syllabus. You want to print this out, hang it on your wall, make sure you know all these things. If there's something on here that you don't know, this might be a good thing to go and type in the new AlgoBox GPT, or go to regular GPT and say, can you please tell me about AlgoBox, and then fill in the blank. Make sure you write the word AlgoBox first, because GPT is aware of most of our systems there for you. Okay, all the stuff, putting it all together in the bottom section, the entry and exit strategies in the center, and the tools and settings details explained, broken down there. This is the full syllabus of all the stuff that you're going to learn going through our program. That right there concludes session 1. Make sure you watch session 2. Don't forget, tomorrow morning, I'll be here with you for our live stream. I'll be trading again with you. We'll get our 5 trades plus a bonus there in the morning. Thanks for hanging out. For me, Pippi, Robbie, Lunchbot, Mod Squad, Curtis, G, and Eddie B, I am sitting out in the Big H-Town. See ya. Don't go yet. Make sure to stay tuned. Art team, show these fine folks how it's done.
The old adage where, the individual investor doesn't have a chance because the institutional investor has better technology, better information, and, more money and better opportunity. I don't think it's real anymore. I think the edge is on the individual investors because they're small, they're nimble, they can trade, they can use they have better front end technology.
Don't waste your time. Leave the technical analysis to us. You just play the game.
Forex is littered with crooks, black hat guys, all this kind of shifty characters and companies trying to extract money from your pocket and stick it into theirs. And one of the things that they do is operate these Forex signals.
Delta 5 Logan. Long. Look for long. Harmonic paddle. Pick up. Down on a freeze. Order filled. Target filled.